Oh shit. Hey, that's not even your kid. He's not taking her, but he's gonna talk. He's just gonna talk to her. He's just gonna talk to her.
Do not touch me.
He's just gonna talk to her.
We're not doing this here. We're not doing this.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got another bitter baby mama, right? Another bitter baby mom, right? So we have a man who is trying to see his daughter graduate, right? Graduate elementary, I believe. People, you have a man trying to see his daughter graduate from elementary school, but he can't, right? He can't. So he took it upon himself to drive up there and come see her anyway. Right? And the reason he can't is because, right, from my understanding, she has full custody of that child. And she is trying to alienate that man from his own daughter, right? Pretty much using the daughter as a weapon towards him, right? You're keeping this man from seeing his own daughter, right? Because I guess he can't see her until court date. Even the judges couldn't even say that man has to be there, allow that man to be there. Even the judges won't even allow that. And I'm pretty sure this woman put this man through hell. We sit over here and have men and women who are disingenuous and see shit like this and act like it doesn't exist, right? And then when you have somebody like myself and somebody who's in this community who talks about shit like this, it then becomes an issue. Well, why do y'all always focus on that? Why y'all always worried about that? Why wouldn't we be worried about that? You have a man sitting over here trying to fight to see his own daughter graduate, right? You're causing all of this commotion because you won't even allow your daughter to see her own father, right? And you see how idiotic some of this shit is. And you see one man, right? And from what I'm seeing, I think you see a Hispanic guy run over there and trying to keep the father from seeing his own daughter. Now, maybe he doesn't know the full situation, right? But a man trying to come up there, come see his daughter, come hold his daughter, and the first thing that you can do is try to keep him from doing that. Now, imagine if it was your daughter, right? Imagine if it was your daughter, Pablo. You wouldn't sit over here. You wouldn't sit over here and allow a man to try to keep you from getting to your daughter. Pedro, like, come on, bro. Like, that's messed up. And then towards the end of the video, you're seeing her crying, right? You see her cry because she wants to be with her father, right? And maybe that's not even the case. Maybe she's just scared. Maybe she's just upset with the situation at hand. All eyes on her. You have a bunch of adults around her. You got a bunch of adults arguing, fighting. That shit is traumatizing. All because you have a woman, you have a bitter baby mother in America that we see all the time, sitting over here trying to keep a man away from his child. I had a video months ago talking about shit like this. There's two videos actually in that one video. The first video was a man trying to get his daughter from his baby mother because they went up, they met up, and they were supposed to switch, right? Okay, it was the father's time. But the baby mother was being petty and trying to put the kid in the car. Y'all want to see the video?
You still got it on camera? All right. Now, she don't want to give me my baby. I drove up here for 2 hours, and she don't want to give me my child.
There's no car seat in
Yes,
there.
it is a car seat in there, man. Car seat right there. No. Give me my baby so I can go. You don't need to be in my car. It's a car seat in there. No, I'm not yelling. I want you to give me my child so I can go home.
So then right after that video, you have another man, right? And once again, right, you parallel it, right? Compare it to. You have this video of this man trying to see his daughter graduate, and she's sitting over here crying because now she has to go back home with the mother. She's traumatized, right? More than likely, she wants to go back home with her father, and she loves her father. But guess what? As long as the system is in place, and as long as women have the backing of the system, you're going to continue to see this. You're going to continue to see women traumatizing their children because they want to get back at their baby father. I've never heard or seen a bitter baby father. You never heard of a spiteful baby father because they don't exist. They don't exist. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say they don't exist, but let's be real. How many bitter baby fathers have you seen or heard in your life? You don't hear any. You don't hear bitter baby fathers doing this shit. You don't hear bitter baby fathers sitting over here accusing their baby mothers of doing something to their child that the baby mother didn't do. But you hear that all the time coming from the baby mother. Well, the baby father did this to the child just to get back at her, or to get back at her. Well, you know what? Well, you know, I want full custody of this child just to get back at her, right? So then, which is funny, so you have this video of a black man, right, with his white wife, trying to get his kids. He's trying to get his kids out of the daycare, right? These kids are crying, right? These kids are breaking down crying. These kids are breaking down crying because they're like, damn, I gotta go with this woman. And you can see it in the kids' eyes that they do not like this woman. But guess what? As long as you are in America, women are always going to have it their way. These bitter baby mothers are always going to have it their way. They're going to get full custody of the kids, and there's nothing you're going to do about it, right? They're going to be able to, the baby moms are going to be able to steal your money. Then government is going to authorize it, and there's nothing you can do about that. The women are going to be very spiteful, and there's nothing you can do about that, right? A matter of fact, roll the motherfucking clip.
It's okay.
Yes.
Kiddo. I'm gonna go talk to the man, okay?
Come here, baby. Come here. It's okay, baby. It's okay. You're gonna talk to the judge, okay? You get to talk to the judge, baby. It's okay. It's gonna be okay, boo-boo. Madison. Maddie, Daddy's here. Madison, Daddy's here. Maddie, come here, baby. Come here, baby. See? Like I said, come here, baby. Come here. It's okay, Madison, listen to me, baby, listen. Remember I told you you're gonna talk to the judge? Remember I told you get to talk to the judge, okay?
Okay.
You get to talk to the judge, okay, baby?
Okay.
It's gonna be okay. Remember I told you it's gonna be okay? It's gonna be okay, baby. Look at daddy, look at daddy. Is daddy crying? You see me crying? Cause it's gonna be okay. Okay, baby? It's gonna be okay. Daddy's not crying. It's gonna be okay. But listen, you guys have to ride to court with mommy, okay? You have to ride in the car with mommy.
Okay.
The judge said, if I put you in my car, the judge is gonna get me. I'm gonna get in trouble by the judge.
You have two daughters crying because they don't want to go with that mother, and you see it in the girl's eyes. But guess what? The judge is still gonna say, I don't care. I don't care. Send them on the way. Give them to this woman. Give them to this woman, because a mother is caring, is nurturing, and that is true. But you mean to tell me you're going to continue to use that excuse even when you have the kids sitting over here crying and begging not to go with this lady? You know what's funny? I've seen a video. I've been looking for this thing. I've been looking for this video for about a year or two now. But you had a guy, I believe he had his daughter with him, right? So once again, anybody who has anybody who's co-parenting, y'all gotta drop kids off or whatever, right? Y'all do a trade-off. He was trying to give his daughter over to the bitter baby mom. The daughter I'm talking about is crying hard. She's screaming. She doesn't want to leave. She doesn't want to go. And mind you, you have the mother, the father, right? And I believe he had a couple of other people around there that was helping out with that situation. And I'm assuming they already knew something was going on. They already knew, man, it was going to be an issue. They already knew it was going to be an issue before the trade-off. You got this little girl sitting over here crying, I don't want to go with this B word. I don't want to go with my mama. Forget her. I want to go with my dad. But guess what? The court said you got to go with your mama. So even though that your mama's spiteful and this and that and the third, you still got to go with her. And that is sad. So you have a situation here where a man is trying to see his daughter graduate, but he can't because... Number one, the court said, hey, man, listen, you can only see your man on court date, right? But her graduation is before court. So guess what? You see here, you have the cops escorting him through there to allow him to get that opportunity to see his daughter graduate and be able to hold his daughter and hug her. But the fact that he has to go through this, to me, it defeats the whole purpose of him coming in the first place. It should be able to be easy. I come in, I hug my daughter, we talk. I should be able to take her out, go hang out with her, and go on from there. I mean, the stupid getting him, she's able to keep the kid for as long as she wants. So why not allow the father to have that day with his daughter? You can't, because once again, women in America tend to be selfish, right? A lot of you women tend to be selfish. A lot of you women want to make men's life harder. A lot of women want to make men's life harder. Why? I don't know, right? So let's look at this video.
Alright, at this time, if we would like parents come down, students will stay down here.
Hey, he's not taking it, but you're gonna let him. Oh shit. Hey, that's not even your kid. He's not taking her, but he's gonna talk. He's just gonna talk to her. He's just gonna talk to her.
Do not touch me.
Just gonna talk to her.
We're not doing this here. We're not doing this.
Allow the man to see his daughter. Allow the man to see his daughter. Right? You're causing all of that commotion because you're literally trying to stop a man from seeing his daughter. What type of system are we living in? What type of world are we living in where this is okay? Where we can excuse this behavior, but we're going to sit here and say men have it easier? We don't. Once again, we don't, because I've never seen a better baby father. No matter how bad a baby mother is to that man, you will never see him slander his own baby mother. You will never see him diss his baby mother. None of that. Right? Now, I have seen some guys diss their baby mama, but they ain't jumping on the internet and dissing them to the point where they like, man, this bitch is dead, blah, 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 blah. Right? You have a man trying to see his kids, allow him to see his kid.
Hey.
You can tell him fine. I'm gonna take you back. No, you're not gonna do anything because she is my child. No, you need to get him. She is my child.
He just wants to talk to him.
And you see how the mother sitting over here saying, she is my child. Yes, and it's his child too. But once again, we are living in a world where women can be that privileged where they can sit over here and have a kid with a man and force a man to be in a child's life if he doesn't want to, doesn't want to be in a child's life. We're living in a world where women can sit over and have a child or can be pregnant and sit over here and say, well, you know what? Forget parenthood. I don't even want this. And everybody clap it up. But if a man say, hey, well, you know, you need to keep that child. It's only down to what she says. Well, yeah, okay, well, I know you want the child, but I don't. So, no. Now you lose a child, now he's hurt. But guess what? Nobody cares. But once again, if she wants the child and he doesn't, he's forced to be a father. Right? And guess what? If he doesn't pay that child support, guess what? Right? If he doesn't let the government and his bitter baby mother steal his money, guess what? He goes to jail for not paying child support. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Hey, they can talk. Don't have a disturbance in front of all these people and all these children.
You have no paperwork saying you can take her. I want to talk to her. I'm not going to take her.
Yeah. Hey,
I want to talk to her.
Listen.
I don't want to take her.
I'm fine. Hey, listen. If you're not a parent.
I mean, over here crying. I mean, the mother. Yes, you got to blame the mother. You traumatize your child. Any bitter baby moms who are sitting over here using their child as a weapon against the baby father, you're part of the issue. You're part of the reason why I even make videos like this, right? We have a lot of bitter baby moms. And it's a lot of women who want to be that controlling, in a relationship between a man and his child. You want to have that much control, and it's sad because society gives women that much control. I just showed y'all plenty of videos of men having to beg, fight, and claw just to see their daughter, just to get a hold of their daughter, and nothing happens to the woman. But once again, women swear up and down they have it the hardest in America. No, you don't. You have it far too easy. So once again, we have all these people who once again get upset and complain that, oh, y'all talk about single mothers, y'all talk about, women who like to be promiscuous and this and that, because they encourage this behavior. Other women encourage women to do that, right? Either they encourage the women to do that or they're not saying anything, right? So you have somebody like myself that's going to say something. And then we're going to have people get upset. Oh, well, maybe the baby father didn't do this. Well, maybe the baby father was this type person. You don't know. You can't assume. But we constantly seeing the same videos. And we're just going to, right? It's funny because a lot of your women will sit up here and say, well, you don't know that. You just can't falsely assume. You just can't assume that this man was just a good man. So it just sounds like you're assuming that he's probably a bad man. You're going to lean towards that way. You have a lot of women who will lean towards something, man, that benefits them in a sense, right? That helps their narrative, that helps their argument. Right? I said, man, prime example, Jonathan Majors. You have a bunch of black women jumping on Jonathan Majors. And I have a video about this, but you have a bunch of black women jumping on Jonathan Majors for dating Megan Good. And you literally have some sisters sitting up here saying, like, you know, why you want to date black women and then why you want to date white women and then you want to jump over here to black women. First of all, if he wants to date a white woman, there's nothing wrong with that. And if he wants to date a black woman right after that, there's nothing wrong with that. Right? But see, black women only want to have it their way. Well, you know what? Hey, you cannot date outside your race. If you date outside your race one time, you're through. But regardless, you have a woman who's sitting over here saying, you know, you can't do that, this and that, this and that. And I'm like, who's to sit over here and say he didn't want to date black women? Right? Let's not sit over here and just falsely assume. So then she's gonna sit over here and say, well, who's to say that he did want to date black women? Let's not assume. But it's like, okay. So why are you even commenting on my video about Jonathan Majors dating Megan Good, who is a black woman? But you're sitting over here saying some dumb, ignorant ish like that. Well, let's not assume that he does want to date black women. Well, if that's the case, then he wouldn't be damn fucking with Megan Good, right? There's been plenty of celebrities, man, who had a messed up face card like Jonathan Majors right now, and they still stayed with the same woman or still stayed with the same preference of women. Right? So, you know, man, look, right? Prime example, Tiger Woods. He could have easily said, you know what, let me start dating black women, right? And black women probably would have given him the same hatred that they're giving Jonathan Majors, right? And Jonathan Majors never said anything wrong towards black women. But that's a different story, right? That's for another video. The times are so bad that even, I believe, up in Michigan or in Detroit or whatever, these people, like women, it's a lot of your black women, right? It's your black woman. I mean, you have the videos. I got 2 videos talking about it where men have to pay. They're literally forced to pay child support for a kid that isn't theirs. And then a man says something about it, right? And the judges were just persistent. Like, no, this is your child. This is your child. This is your child. You need to take care of it. When it came down to the proof, right? Because they kept trying to avoid giving him things that can prove his innocence, right? He did it himself, right? He then went out to go take a DNA test. Gave it to him. Hey, yeah, I'm not the daddy here. Judge said, no, you need to take ours. He's like, okay, fine. Take theirs. Boom. He's not the father, right? So then the judge, right? This is America today. This is a female judge, by the way. This sums up America today. This sums up your legal system today when it comes down to women. She sat over here, right? This guy proved his innocence, people. He proved his innocence. He proved that he was not the father of a bastard child, right? That a woman birthed by another man and that she don't even know who it is, which is fucking sad. But regardless, hey, that's another story. He already proved his innocence. The judge still sat up here and said, you know, you're an effed up man or whatever because you know you're an effed up man because you don't want to take care or you want to bastardize a child.
We legitimated the child in your name.
Bowery asked several judges during several hearings for a DNA test, but no judge ordered one.
I said, how did I even get put on child support? And I never said this was my child. And they said, again, this is not what we're here for.
In 2009, he took the child himself to get a DNA test and found the son he'd supported for years was not biologically his. He took the documentation to court. The judge wouldn't accept it, but ordered a new DNA test done that showed the same results. Probability of paternity, 0%.
They never did do what they were originally supposed to do, which was give me the opportunity to take a DNA test. I was just a voice not being heard. So I guess I needed a choir.
Juvenile Court Magistrate Nancy Kessler agreed in October to allow Bowery to disestablish paternity, but only after, he says, she admonished him for taking it this far.
The judge stated that, well, I find it very distasteful that you're bastardizing a child.
The judge stopped the child support going forward, but Bowery still has to pay $460 a month to the mother in back pay. He doesn't believe he should have to pay anything. In fact, he believes someone owes him money.
Like, I don't care. I don't care. Like, I don't care. You're not about to sit over here and force a child upon me and then expect me to sit over here and pay the bills for this child because of a woman's mistake, because of a woman's bad decision, because she didn't want to do what she was supposed to do as a fucking human being, right? You sleep down, you lay down with a man, you let him nut in you, you need to know who your baby father is. Point blank, period, man. But listen, bro, this is a sad world. This is a sad world. Men, protect yourself. Men, protect yourself. I've given y'all plenty of examples of women using the system and using your child as a weapon against you. This is trust me, man. You know, I can't say I personally been a part of this. I've never had a bitter baby mom or whatever, but what I can tell you is I know for a fact that this is not something that men want to be a part of. This is not something you as a man with no children, this is not something that you want to fall victim to, because man, there's going to be hell. My brother, my brother, he's going through the same shit. He has not seen his kid in years, right? Because of a bitter baby mother, because of a bitter baby mom, right? We're sitting over here doing our best to see this woman. We're sitting over here doing our best to see this little kid, because they stay all the way up in Mississippi, so they're 9 hours, right? They don't have a good relationship. My brother and his baby mother, they don't have a good relationship. So my mom was the middleman. She's willing to sit over here and communicate to her and say, hey man, listen, you know, find a time we can just meet up. I will come to you, right? I won't even bring him. I'll come to you. I need to be able to, number one, see my grandchild, but also at the same time, my grandchild needs to be around her biological father. Needs to be around her father. The bitter baby mom, which is a sister, once again, not allowing it. Right? She's not allowing it. Come up with all excuses. And it's like you're depriving your kid of a father. Right? But you know what? Hey, that's neither here nor there, man. But y'all do me a huge favor, man. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, and leave me a subscribe.